Yeah, FEMA is the big like they're the Gestapo or however you say that of this world. FEMA. Why FEMA? Because they're the ones who like are they the ones who people think are like they're gonna kill senior citizens when they turn a certain age, like the FEMA death panels and stuff.
Right, the FEMA death camps, which it comes. I wish Julian was here for every reason, but very specifically for this reason. He's brought it up a number of times before, people thinking that. But yeah, that's kind of like the end goal in the movie. That's like what the agorists want to do. They want to like show that FEMA has a death camp pretty much. And it is at the Al Gore atmospheric carbon reduction facility, which cost the taxpayers $23 trillion.
Utopia Prison is a building embedded within the Al Gore Global Atmospheric Carbon Reduction Facility in Henderson.
23 trillion new dollars of your tax money at work.
Not the taxpayers. Yeah, and that's an interesting thing. So yeah, at the end of the movie, when the agorists are going to do these this mission that involves, they're basically taking along Elliot, who's trying to find his family that he's been separated from, and Lorimer, I think that's the like hot woman he meets at the mall.
Yep. That's her fake name anyway.
Her code name, and his name is Atlas, which is like, oh Jesus Christ. Atlas and Lorimer. So they get taken in by this agorist revolutionary cadre, and when they're about to do the plan, Elliot starts objecting. He's like, well, wait a second, is this about exposing the prisons or rescuing my family? And they're like, it's about exposing the prisons. And there's this conflict in the movie where, Elliot's disappointed on that. But also like, there's this understanding that everyone's in it for themselves. Like both the agorist revolutionary cadre are the heroes and Elliot is the hero. And they're both completely ambivalent to, Elliot in this very moment thinks the cause is secondary because his personal family is at risk. And the cause doesn't give a fuck about his family. They're just using him as a pawn. And there's like a conflict there and Elliot's disappointed. But like, I found that to be like, it's kind of nuanced, I guess, as far as these like low budget movies go. But it's also like, again, clinical and sad because it's like, in our perfect vision of the world, you're going to constantly be disappointed by people like thinking that the lives of your family are secondary. Yeah. I guess, I mean, that's sort of true of real life in different circumstances, but I found it almost weird to see the like protagonist of a fun adventure movie like have to grapple with that.
Yeah. And they kind of like, he kind of only goes along with it because they like break down what the transaction means to them. Right. So it goes back to the transactional thing.
It does. It goes back to the transaction. Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to get at, which is that like even though Elliot is disappointed, he also trusts them because they're so naked about their motives in the transaction. Yeah. And again, I find that inherently like anti-human and disturbing. And call me a fucking like, liberal capitalist, like whatever, or, just, I don't even know capitalist, but just like, just call me naive, basically is all I'm trying to say. Like, call me naive and thinking that like sometimes like logic or money or getting trying to evaluate what's your best end of the deal in a transactional situation is not how you get motivated to do something. Like sometimes your motivations are way more abstract and, devoted to messier, less concrete things like love or sex or your mood or anything like that, that doesn't necessarily benefit you materially. But every decision in this movie has to do with a material benefit in some way.